Hello Ikonart crafters, Fawn coming at you from the Ikonart Craft Lab, and today we have an exciting project for you. I am going to show you how to make this super adorable custom or Christmas ornament using just the items that fit in this tiny little bag. So this is a mini Ikonart Try Me kit, and we have given these away for free for some people. So if you're here because you got one of these kits, welcome to our channel. Or if you're just here because you want to make your own ornaments, either for yourself or to sell, this is a great tutorial for you too. So I will have all of the products that we use to make this linked below. Everything was purchased off of Amazon except for the design that I used to make the stencils. So the design that I used to make the stencils is a So Fancy design, and it's a pack, a Christmas pack. And I'll link that of course below, but basically with each little Try Me kit, or if you're making your own, you get 2 different stencils, and it's a 2022 design, or there's a design that either says like love, joy, or peace. So they fit perfectly on these rounds and look so good. You could of course make a double-sided one, and then at the end of the video I'll also show you some ideas for other ways to decorate this ornament with the stencils. But this is how you would do it with everything that comes in your little mini Try Me kit. All right, so as already mentioned, of course you get 2 stencils in your kit, and then you get the rest of the items needed, which is, a piece of sandpaper, a wood disc already pre-drilled with a hole, 3 beads, a mini squeegee, a sample of Speedball acrylic ink, and of course your tie. So to make this project, it's super easy. I like to sand my wood first because even though it's already pretty smooth, I don't want my ink to seep into any of these ridges on here. So I like to just sand it. This is 220 grit sandpaper. And by sanding it, it just helps to make sure I get less bleed with my stencil. You can also thicken up your paint with a product like Coco's Chalky Powder, which we do have on our website and works amazing for thickening up acrylic paint. But I'm not going to be using that today because it did not come in the Try Me kit that we're sending out. So I'm just gonna sand both sides because I'm gonna do a different variation on both sides. And then once it feels the way, like nice and smooth the way I want it to, I just take a just dry paper towel and wipe off any of that dust. All right, so after that, I am going to do my design. So I think what I'm gonna do is the 2022 one on this side, and then I'll do a different variation on that side. So I'm just going to put my ink into a little container. I just have these glass containers from Amazon. I have linked on our store below, but you can use, anything that you have on hand, or you can even just put it in a little dish. But this way I'll get to save what I don't use and just put the lid on and save that for later. You won't need very much for this project. All right, so all you do for the stencil is you're going to cut a little notch in it because the stencil is reusable. So after you make this project, you can wash your stencil and put the backer back on and reuse it. But I like to cut it like that because I want to return the stencil to the same side that I'm removing it from, so that notch helped me know which side to put it back on. So after that, I'm just going to add my stencil and push down. And then you get a little squeegee as well with your project pack. We also sell these mini squeegees on our website, and they come a little bit bigger than this, but you can cut them down basically to be any size you want. And then I'm just gliding my paint over the surface of the stencil, and I'm pushing hard enough to make sure it gets in the mesh openings of the stencil, but I'm not pushing so hard to like buckle the stencil or like make the ink go underneath the stencil. And then you just lift up the stencil to reveal your design. All right, so now I'm just going to let that side dry. While that side dries, I'll wash my stencil, put it back on the backer, and then I'm gonna flip the ornament over to do the other side. So once you return the backer like that, as I mentioned, now the stencil is reusable. So I'm just gonna dry that and I can use it for more ornaments or another project. And once you have the ornament the way you want it, you can just add in your string, and you can either use a needle, of course you can just push it through. If you're having problems getting it through the hole, you can use a little bit of tape wrapped around here. And I've found that works really well. Just wrap a piece of tape around the end of your string, and then you should be able to just push it through very easily. So once you have your string through, all we did to finish off these ornaments was add some beads. So I just added the beads to both strings like that, and then tied a little knot at the end. And then if you would want to add a little bow, you could easily hot glue that on there as well. Super cute, super fast and easy, rustic, kind of Christmas ornament. I love it. And if you have the Ikonart kit and you're making your own stencils, it would be super easy to customize this with a family name, or like baby's first Christmas or something like that. But it's a super cute kind of rustic looking Christmas ornament. So adorable. So let's look at a few other ways you could use this. So this is the original, and here are a few variations. On this side, we just painted a black circle on the background using that speedball acrylic ink that came with the package, and then used some white acrylic paint to add the design on top. And I really like how that white pops against the black versus just the black on the raw wood. And then here's what white looks like on raw wood. Also looks really, really nice. And again, for this one, we just reused the stencil and used white acrylic paint to add our designs. Super cute. For this one, it's the exact same as the original, except we just used some acrylic paint to add a little bit of color. And we just added some red to the holly and some green to the leaves, and then of course a little bit of yellow to the stars. So just, you can see the side-by-side difference of what it looks like if you add a little bit of color. For this one, we actually did the background. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the background is red and green, and we used unicorn spit in red and green to just add a really nice background. Unicorn spit is a gel stain, so it soaks into the wood really nice. And then we just put white over the top. And that looks really good too. And then finally for the last one, we actually used torch paste. So torch paste is a wood burning paste, and you add it the same way you add paint, and then you apply heat to your design, and the heat burns the areas in where all the gel was, and it creates this really nice wood burned look on your ornament. And then you can either leave it raw wood with the wood burning, or we put a little bit of cutting board oil over the top just to kind of make it look extra rustic and really make it look wood burned versus looking like paint. So I really love how that one looks too. So this is just 5 ideas on different ideas on what you can do with the kit or with the little Try Me kit. But of course, there's so many other possibilities, and we hope to see yours. So that's just a few of the ways that you can use this ornament kit. Of course, just using the original idea that comes with the Try Me kit is so cute on its own, but if you have a few extra paints lying around and you want to play, you can make some super cute ornaments. This would also be a great craft night idea for kids, or a great idea for a craft party. You could have people make an ornament set using different stencils. That would be really cute as well. You could make some personalized stencils in a situation like that too, depending on how many people you have at your craft party night. But these are a super easy, super fun, kind of holiday themed craft to make, and we hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you're interested in learning more about how to make and use Ikonart reusable silkscreen stencils, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and hit the notification bell as well so you get notified every time we upload. If you do make one of these ornaments based on one of our kits, or if you buy the supplies yourself and make one, please make sure to tag us online. We are at Ikonart Stencil on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and then we'd love to see your projects in our Ikonart Crafters group on Facebook as well. So that's a space where you can go and see other projects that other Ikonart crafters are making using Ikonart. So we hope to see you there.